one domino at a time. The first one, obviously, is making the playoffs and winning the North, and then there's some other ones to be laid after that. Feels good to win. Scotch tastes better, as it always does. Thank you.
There he is with the Scotch again. We established last week that Aaron, the president of your fan club, said the Scotch thing is played out, and there he is doing it.
I'm not going to get mad at him, though, if he wins ball games and keeps balling out.
He drinks if he wins. He drinks if he loses. He drinks if they tie. I think he's got a problem.
I don't think he's got a problem, but that was a big win for them yesterday. And again, they just find ways to win a football game. I mean, the fact that they're sitting there as a number 2 team in the NFC playoff picture right now, to me, is amazing because they have flaws, it seems like, but yet they just continue to find ways. And that speaks to Rodgers and LaFleur and their management of the game and just playing the game the right way.
I spoke to Matt LaFleur after the game yesterday. Yeah. Let me go ahead and do the first superlative of the week.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is called the Full Trust Award. In Baltimore, it's big trust.
Right.
In Green Bay, it's full trust.
Yeah.
Because the audible thing that was a thing in June, because both Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur decided to talk about it on the record to Mike Silver, who knows how to stoke something into a bigger issue than maybe it is because he knows it's good for business, and he acts like, what did I do? I mean, that's how the game is played sometimes. Now, 15 games in, Matt LaFleur made it clear Aaron Rodgers has full and complete license to do whatever he wants. He said, I have full trust in Aaron Rodgers. And he pointed to 4th and 4 from the Chicago 29, score 0-0. Matt LaFleur called a play that would have just gotten the first down, continued the drive. Aaron Rodgers saw something that he liked.
Right.
He switched to it, threw the ball in the end zone. Devontae Adams scores 7-0 right there. And LaFleur wouldn't have had any problem with it if it didn't work. The bottom line is whatever Aaron sees, if he believes in it, he's got the license to do it. And that is a far cry from the offense. It was very regimented.
Yes.
You have very limited discretion.
Right.
Rodgers has the keys, full discretion. He can do whatever he wants, full trust, and it works.
Yeah.
And they're 11-3.
Yeah, I mean, LaFleur's, he proved us all wrong, whether he was worthy for the job, whether he could handle the locker room, whether he could handle Aaron Rodgers, all the things we questioned maybe late in the spring.
Compare him with Freddie Kitchens.
Well, right.
Freddie Kitchens has bumbled his way through his first year.
Sure.
LaFleur, it's been
really.
I mean, look, you're not going to win them all, but they've won 11.
It's been professional and sharp. And the games that they've lost, they lost to the Chargers and 49ers, got dominated in those games, but bounced right back, didn't really bat an eye. Lost to the Eagles in a game they could have won. So they had the ball on the 1-yard line on the last play of the game. But good for you because Matt LaFleur does deserve a lot of credit. And I mean, he's just been very honest and open about it. And he's just a very approachable guy that way. Obviously a good communicator. And you could see that Rodgers has a real respect for him as the way they interact coming off the sidelines. And you're right, that one play, that was huge. That was really one of the big moments of the football game. Got Green Bay in the power position early on, and they kind of held on from that point on.
And we gave Rodgers credit. Look, by taking it all public, he won, and he knew what was going to work, and it's worked. And to LaFleur's credit, he went with it.
Yeah.
And here they are. And if LaFleur could be coach of the year, if they end up with a bye, LaFleur's got to get consideration for coach
without
of the
a doubt. He needs to be in that conversation with Mike Tomlin, McDermott, Shanahan. Yes, he's right there. John Harbaugh. I think that's probably the list for me right there, all those guys. But, truly a phenomenal job by him. I'm going Rodney Dangerfield here, the Rodney Dangerfield, all right? That's what is my superlative. Can I get a little respect over here, okay? Hey, can I get a little respect over here?
Line. You know that's
I don't know. I'm
the
just
line
going.
Is I get no respect.
All right, well, can I get a little respect? I'm bringing some Jersey attitude into it, all right? And that goes to the Buffalo Bills. I mean, holy crap. We're 40 minutes in. They had played a good game on Sunday Night Football last night. They won a great game to watch. Here we are 40 minutes in on our network. We haven't talked about them yet. I don't understand that. Yes, got to give the Bills respect. Their defense, the way it played, some big turnovers, interceptions, down 10-7. Tre'Davious White getting that big interception where he turns it down the sideline. Josh Allen, can we give him some respect, somebody? Again, I like Josh Allen, and I don't hide it. But there we are. They're 10-4. And I'm just saying, if Baker Mayfield was 10-4 or Sam Darnold was 10-4, oh, man, that would be the start of the show. And every show there is, are they the greatest thing since sliced bread? But Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills and Sean McDermott do it, and we just go, We'll talk about them some point in the 2-hour show.
Why do we say the greatest thing since sliced bread?
I don't know.
As if sliced bread is really that big of a deal.
It must have been
your
at
own
some point.
bread.
It must have been a big deal at some point.
But what kind of innovation is it? A loaf of bread that is in one chunk versus a pre-sliced loaf. Like, how is that so great? I can think of far greater innovations. Anyway,
I don't know. You're right. That's Deep Thoughts by Mike Florio.
Yeah.
We'll have a segment on that.
But you're
later.
right, though. You're right. And I think the thing is that the Bills,
like what, star power? Is that what it is?
I don't know what it is. All those years without the playoffs, all those years where they kind of teased us and made us think they were going to be a good team, and it fell apart. Maybe this idea that the Patriots are still the Patriots, and whatever they do, it isn't going to matter. They get their chance this weekend.
Yes,
they still can win the division.
Yes, they do.
And they get a chance to beat the Patriots. That will be Saturday's middle game. The triple header is great.
Is that a middle game?
This is like Thanksgiving.
Seriously.
You know, Bucks and Texans in Tampa to
Big
start.
Game.
And then Mike Tirico is going to be working Bills at Patriots, and then the nightcap is Rams at 49ers. It's a great day. It's a better slate than there was on Thanksgiving.
You're right. It is. This is 3 really quality football
Better
games.
Get NFL Network if you don't have NFL Network, because they're all exclusive.
They're all on there, yeah. But I mean, just again, they are 10-4, and they're doing some really good things. And that was a big win against a team that always shows up on prime time. And it was a big win for the Buffalo Bills and Sean McDermott and their franchise, who haven't been in that spot in a long, long time.
My next one is the Look What I Found award, because the Minnesota Vikings on a day where Dalvin Cook, we got to fit him in here somewhere.
I wanted to go with them next, but yeah.
7 turnovers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Kirk Cousins was not spectacular. Dalvin Cook exits, and who knows when he's going to be able to play again. They didn't have Alexander Mattison, who missed the game with an ankle injury, but 7 turnovers. The Vikings didn't nearly get enough points off of those turnovers, but you're never going to lose when the opposing team, unless you give up 5, 6, 7, or 8, when you have 7 turnovers, you're going to win the game. And they had 80 to 90% Vikings fans at that Chargers 27,000-seat soccer stadium, their next to last game in that venue, before they have 80 to 90% visiting fans at a much larger stadium. That's the thing. People think it's going to get better when the Chargers move to a new stadium. No, there's just going to be more people there who are not rooting for the Chargers.
Well, yeah, if they don't do something drastic to get some different star power on their team, you're exactly right. This game, I mean, first off, there's a shot. If you're watching on TV, the Vikings fans were there strong. I mean, your team wasn't impressive yesterday.
My team.
Your team, the Vikings. But I mean, the Chargers are just unreal. Other than last year, this is what we've been watching from the Chargers for the last 5 years. I mean, this is what they do. I've never seen anything like it. They're going in to take the lead at halftime. They're in field goal territory. You're thinking they might score a touchdown and go in 17-12 here. They've kind of controlled the first half. Strip sack fumble, touchdown Vikings, and all of a sudden you go, holy cow, it's 19-10. I mean, Melvin Gordon starting off both halves with fumbles. I mean, just one turn of Phillip Rivers, dumb interceptions, dumb fumbles. It's unbelievable what they do, but your Vikings took advantage of it and got the victory.
It went from 10-9 Chargers to 39-10 Vikings.
That's insane.
30 unanswered points. And one last thing, and I'm reluctant to say this.
Yeah.
We're always trying to spot the potential surprise firing 2 weeks from now.
Right.
Keep an eye on Anthony Lynn.
Yeah.
Man, sources close to me tell me, keep an eye on Anthony Lynn. He could be in grave danger in LA.
Man, I don't.
After going 12-4 last year.
That's what I hope that's not the case, because that should not be. Again,
not saying it's a done deal.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm just saying that's the one that people are watching as the one that we would look at as a surprise. Now, obviously, the more we talk about it, the less of a surprise it'll be.
Right.
But that's one that hit me yesterday from somebody I trust immensely.
I mean, listen, if it isn't just for mistakes, specifically by the quarterback in general, and I don't mean to bag on a guy who's a borderline Hall of Famer in Phillip Rivers, but I mean, he just had some huge mistakes and huge moments.
That's a thick border. If he's a borderline Hall of Famer, that's a thick border.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Maybe he's not. NFL legend. I mean, he plays better and just like solid in a few clutch moments during the year. I mean, they're sitting here still like in the playoff conversation, but instead they're 5-9, and it's a disaster. All right, I got to give the double-double award, okay? The double-double to the Patriots, their DBs. I talked about this a little bit on Sunday Night Football last night, but they were the difference in the football game, yesterday. It's one of the best units in football, as we all know. The New England Patriots, their secondary, their corner play. I mean, that's been the magic to that team this year. And to a guy that does not get enough respect either, Stephon Gilmore. I mean, I think Stephon Gilmore has solidified himself as the defensive player of the year yesterday. That's what he deserves. You know, again, every year we look for a team to go, oh, the best team? Well, somebody must be the MVP candidate off their team. Stephon Gilmore deserves to be in the MVP conversation. I mean, they are who they are because of him and his talents in a lot of ways. They play through the defense. He's the best player on the defense. He's arguably one of the best defensive players in the league. His 2 interceptions were huge. The Bengals were sitting there hanging around, kind of a thorn in their side. He got an interception, another interception, pick 6, and going to give J.C. Jackson some credit too because he got 2 interceptions as well. The offense was not special again in New England. That game was won by their defense. They blew the Bengals out, but it would not have happened if it weren't for Stephon Gilmore and the secondary.
You know, Shaq Barrett's got 16.5 sacks.
Yeah.
He leads the NFL. It's hard to make a case for him to be Defensive Player of the Year, though.
I know.
His team's not a playoff team.
I know.
And you don't think defense when you think of the Bucs. You think Jameis Winston.
Right. No, I know. And, Aaron Donald, of course, deserves to be in the conversation. He's still, arguably the best defensive player in the league. But, we're talking about the best defense of
they're
football.
not going to make the playoffs either.
No, they're not. And we're talking about the best team, one of the best defenses in football, one of the best pass defenses we've seen in a while. And Gilmore is the focal point of that. He deserves to be that guy this year.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.